keep you waiting.
That is perfectly all right. My data indicates clear skies in the coming days. Current conditions for maritime travel, optimal. I'll be ready whenever you are.
But are we really gonna set off without telling anyone again? Funny you mention it. You'll never guess who Paimon saw on the way over.
Hey! You didn't seriously think we'd let you leave without a farewell party, did you? No chance.
Yeah, come on, Traveler. We've already made all the preparation, and most importantly, how dare you try and slip away without first paying your respects to the almighty Dragon Lord!
A little bird told us you'd soon be leaving for Nord Krai. So, we asked Paimon to give us a heads up before the date of your departure.
You sure it's not time to think about changing that little habit of ours?
Don't worry, we won't keep you long. Besides,
You're invited too, Anefa. Shilonen has a special gift for you.
Accompaniment request accepted. Shilonen demonstrates excellent massage technique. My impression of her is exceedingly positive.
Wait, so robots like massages too? Or is it just that Shilonen really...
Alright, enough with the chit-chat. Let's head to the venue.
spit it out then.
They've set off.
Just about time I met this variable in person.
You know, every time we head to a new nation, there's always a point where it suddenly dawns on Paimon. This is it. The next chapter of our adventure has... This time, it was the moment she realized she just polished off the very last of her Saurus crackers. Should have stocked up better at the farewell party.
In other words, Paimon has marked the geographic coordinates from 2 minutes and 40 seconds ago as the boundary between Natlan and Nord Krai. This deviates somewhat from the official coordinates stored in my database.
Paimon meant more in terms of how it felt on a psychological level. Anyway, what about you, Traveler? When did it really sink in for you? Huh, that actually kind of makes sense. What about you, Anefa? Come to think of it, maybe we should be asking the other way round. So, when you came over to Natlan, what was the moment you felt like you'd left Nord Krai?
In that case, probably when my sensors could no longer detect the moon's power.
The moon? You mean, that one we can up...
Negative. I was referring to... Huh?
Oh,
Paimon, Traveler, welcome to Nord Krai.
that must be Nasha Town up ahead! That's the place you were telling us about on the way over, right?
That is correct, Paimon. It is also the...
Oh, sounds like the perfect place to start trying out all the local specialties. Huh? Is something up, Traveler?
Paimon, this is where our spaceship landed when Ether and I first arrived in Tevat.
Huh? Are you sure? But how come you've never mentioned that before? Seems pretty important to Paimon.
Well, because those memories are really hazy. All I remember is Ether waking me up and us leaving the ship. But just now, setting foot on this land, I felt something. The kind of power I sensed in those moments.
Are you referring to Kuvaki?
Kuva, what now?
The locals refer to it as Kuvaki. It is a unique elemental force found only in Nord Krai, or rather, a pure, primordial form of elemental energy. That is correct. Another similar concept I have found in my database is the primordial sea. Legend has it that long, long ago, the moon that shines in the sky above us once rose from the land of Nord Krai. Modern geological surveys and meteorite studies conducted in the region have since supported this claim.
So, when you mentioned being able to detect the moon's power earlier, you were referring to Kuvaki? Wait, Traveler, you're saying we might actually find your spaceship here? Do you still remember where it landed?
Nord Krai is surrounded by the ocean. In other words, it could have been anywhere along its coastline. Negative. Description still lacks sufficient detail to pinpoint target location.
Hey, it's okay if you can't remember everything right away. Let's just do what we've always done and keep searching as we explore.
I'd be more than happy to help you out as
Our pleasure.
like we've crossed another boundary?
Paimon couldn't have put it better herself. You sure are a quick learner enough. Well, Nord Krai, here we come!
Try and stop me!
It just occurred to Paimon, if we were looking to put out a missing spaceship commission, or to learn.
The guild is located in Nasha Town. Simply follow this road and
Huh? What in Teyvat is that? Looks kinda like a Sealy, floating around in the air like that.
that is a Kuhenki, a species unique to the land of.
A Kuhenki? Does she have something to do with the moon, too?
Indeed it does.
The moon goddess? Don't all people here worship the Tsaritsa?
Although Nord Krai lies on Snezhnaya's border regions, the people here have held their own unique beliefs since time immemorial. As I mentioned, the beliefs of the Frost.
Wow!
Correct. At some point,
Hey! Looks like she's floating away!
I suggest you follow her. The probability of an ordinary person encountering a Kuhenki lies in the single digits. Many here consider them heralds of good fortune.
Is this a travel guide? Huh. It actually led us to something.
Are there any particular points of...
Oh, it all looks pretty interesting to Paimon. If we have time, she'd love to see... pretty much every...
Recalibrating route. If we keep following the current path, we will arrive at an area of scenic beauty.
Yikes. Why is Paimon suddenly getting the feeling that if she doesn't step it up soon, Enough is gonna put her out.
Full throttle!
Wow. This place sure is different from the version I am.
Try and stop me!
Wow! Nasha Town act?
Which aspects in particular deviated from your
Well, Paimon keeps hearing people describe Nord Krai as an adventurer's paradise.
According to legend, there was indeed an era of peace in Nord Krai's past. Tales of those ancient heroes are still told today. One of the most this individual performed many good deeds for Nord Krai. The present-day Lightkeepers.
What?
There came a devastating abyssal calamity that swept across Nord Krai, and for a time it was left desolate. Heartbroken by what had become of the land they had so cherished, that fate, nowadays, the paradise people speak of, is more of an aspiration, or an irony, perhaps. Today, no official authority governs Nord Krai. In theory, at least, it is somewhere. The Adventurers Guild is just over there, in Nasha Town's central plaza, and the
Hey!
that is Aino's Boom and Blast Kuvaki energy cannon. It gets activated when the wild hunt threat level outside Nasha Town reaches a certain threshold, but according to the scan I just ran, the energy cannon appears to be.
The Wild Hunt? Isn't that the abyssal calamity you mentioned that's specific?
It is a phenomenon that has been occurring for several centuries now. Yet the time and location of wild hunt attacks are seemingly random. If you don't start behaving,
You're saying people actually hear things like that?
I have not witnessed enough wild hunt attacks to give a statistically but the oldest legends say that all people saw was the ghostly shadow of a woman in the mist. It wasn't until late.
When you put it like that.
Absolutely. Anyway, according to
Oh, sure. After all, we shouldn't keep. You're right.
Rev the engines!
Here we are, the flagship.
Varka told us to meet him here in his letter, right?
No matches, I identify.
Huh. So he isn't here after all. Hey, why don't we go ask the owner? If what the...
Well, well. If it isn't the ineffable Ineffa.
Hello there, Demyon.
You know each other?
Of course! Ineffa's a regular here.
So, robots are into boob?
Not at all. The energy conversion efficiency of alcoholic drinks is very low, and most of them are full of impurities. Still, I can affirm that your berries.
Funny that you should mention that. While you were away in Natland, Varka would come in here every day to pick up a serving of berries and fried meat for
Aww. He must have been worried sick that she wasn't eating properly on account of being so hung up about Ineffa being...
Actually, it's 'cause Varka found out that Aino went wild after Ineffa left, gorging herself on snacks she normally couldn't get her hands on. So it was more worry that she wasn't getting a balanced diet. I think I might have just put my foot in it. Anyway, since you're back from Natlan, these two must be the ones Varka mentioned. The Traveler and...
Yep, that's us. So, from the sounds of it, you must be a close friend of Varka's too.
Varka? Goes without saying. After all, he's the only one around here who's ever managed to stay standing after 10 rounds of the roulette special.
Paimon can't believe he's made such a name for himself. Though, guess it's hardly surprised.
Right now? Must be somewhere near Anvantinyarvi.
Huh? Where's that?
It's a lake in the northern part of Nord Krai. Word reached him of trouble brewing around those parts, so he took his knights to check it out.
Oh. So, we missed him?
Varka knew you'd say that. So he specifically told me to make sure you stayed here and enjoyed yourselves. He sends his assurances that everything's under control.
Well, if he's that confident, guess our only option is to accept. Anyway, it's not like there's any special cause for concern.
Exactly. Plus, not only has he booked you into our finest room, he's paid for it in advance, too.
Whoa! That's so generous of him!
Oh, and by the way, he also asked me to serve up a portion of berries and fried meat for Anefa. That was prepaid as well.
Thank you.
No, thank you. I'm the one who should be grateful for your business.
Traveler, Paimon, why don't you go ahead and drop off your luggage? I can use the...
Sure thing! Besides, now that we've got ourselves a map, once we're done unpacking, we might as...
Oh. So you no longer require navigational...
No worries, we should be fine. We've got a rough idea of our way around town, so Paimon's reasonably confident we shouldn't get too lost.
Thank you. This translates into an
Oh, right. You must miss her a lot, too. In that case, we better get a move on.
Back in my day, we'd...
Feels pretty nice having someone sort out our food and lodging for us, huh? But is this really the flagship's best room? It's pretty big, make no mistake, but it looks a little worn out, right? Though, to be perfectly honest, that feels right at home with everything else we've seen of Nasha. You mean it's got something to do with Nord Krai's history? Oh, that makes sense. Oh, should we try the berries and fried meat too? Paimon's getting... Oh! Sorry about that. Paimon wasn't watching where she was going.
Please, there's no need to apologize. If anything, I'm the one who should be sorry. Clearly, I shouldn't have gotten lost in my thoughts in the...
Wait a sec. Are you staying in the room next to ours?
Ah, quite the perceptive one, I see. First things first, allow me to introduce myself. My name...
Whoa, that's...
Ah, is that so? Names like mine ought to have been fairly common in Snezhnaya, at least in the past. Would I be...
Yep, you sure would be.
What a rare honor it is to meet such worldly travelers.
Are you here for travel too?
If only I had the time to spare.
Oh, so you're here for...
That's certainly one way to put it. I'm a Ratnik of Nord Krai, normally stationed near the burial grounds to the north. My sole cause for being here today was to repair this lantern of mine.
Burial ground?
Your surprise is entirely understandable. Most people cannot... But if you've heard of the calamitous abomination that is the Wild Hunt, you'll know that in their wake they bring a host of souls.
Oh, so it's all about fighting against the abyss. Oh.
I thank you for your concern. But in truth,
Paimon sort of gets it now. But even so, she is still pretty sure she could never get used to living in a graveyard herself. For one thing, she'd be too scared to fall asleep at night.
oh, I assure you, there's no need to worry on that account. The kind of ghosts you find in cemeteries aren't too big on talking. But even when they do, they're usually far more discreet than... Well, would you look at that? Who'd have thought we'd end up chatting this long? Forgive me, but I must excuse myself, for the time of my appointment draws near.
Oh, sure. In that case, you go right ahead. We won't...
Not at all. Should the opportunity present itself, I'd gladly continue our conversation another... You're always welcome to come visit my grave. The grave I stand watch over. Your visit would bring much-needed light to that place of final rest.
Right.
Then allow me to wish you a traditional Ratnik's farewell. See you...
Ugh. Jeez. What a weirdo. Not to badmouth him at all. In fact, he seemed pretty cultured, but at the same time, kinda spooky? Must be all that time his lantern? No, not really. Huh. Guess you've always had a nose for stuff like this. If you're worried, you can always ask him the next time, hey, don't you start spat...
Our drink recommendations.
Paimon almost forgot some... Were we gonna go try out the berries and fried meat? But now, heading all the way back to the flagship feels like such a waste.
Please, accept today's boon. Come night or day, may the blessings of the moon...
Huh? What's going on over there? Wait! Free food? Quick! Let's grab some too!
Moonlight illuminates the path before you.
Huh?
Just now were a song the birds in the sky, singing of your wanderings. You are no ordinary guests, it seems.
The birds and the...
Forgive me. I should not have laid the words of others out as a welcome mat for our very first meeting. You, too, must be wondering who... I am Lauma, moon chanter of the Frost Moon Scions. Please, as do our followers and other passers-by.
Happy to oblige! Paimon's name is Paimon, and this here is the Traveler. Thanks so much for sharing your yummy food with us, and we'll...
Think nothing of it. These fruits were the finest we found, delicacies gathered in the wake of the morning dew.
The finest you found? Wow! That sure is kind of you.
The first fruit of the harvest must be placed upon the moonlight altar. As perhaps you have already heard, we Frost Moon Scions revere and worship the moon goddess. And now, with tides of haughty fatigue...
Huh! Look who it is again. Those unsufferably kind-hearted Frost Moon Scions. Got enough for us too?
That's right! 2 servings each! We're starving over here!
Fatui! After what you've been doing to our sacred statues, how dare you even show your faces?
Wilhelmina?
You hear that? No slacking now. we'll have the very best you got.
But, my lady, they...
Please, you two, accept this meal.
Come again?
Let me finish. But should they still refuse to follow the moonlit path, then by our frosted blades shall we show them its shadow.
You!
Hey, look who it is.
Tch, whatever. Just you wait. We'll be coming for you next. Huh? Where's the meat? Who wants to eat?
Those stooges real...
Ever since they came to Nord Krai with all their weird equipment and built that so-called experimental design bureau, our lives have been turned completely upside down.
Judging from how they reacted just now, it seems the Fatui already know who you are.
Well, we have gotten in their way in pretty much every nation we visited, so we're probably at the top of their blacklist by now.
I see. Then, on behalf of the Frost Moon Scions, I thank you for the goodwill. Because if they had gotten ahead of themselves just now, I'm sure you would have stepped in to help. Just as the birds and beasts put it, your arrival heralds joy to us all. You will always be welcome at the Frost Moon Enclave. May we meet again in the moon.
These are delicious! Looks like Inefa isn't done with her shopping yet. Good idea! Wouldn't want to let the coup let's see... Okay, Paimon's This is Nuts and Nuts. It's mostly a fruit shop, but... This is the Speranza, one of the travel guide's recommended restaurants. Oh, this is the Vesnici Prolegia Greenhouse, apparently. And this is the Rossum Workshop. And over here, they've got a super tall observation deck. That way's north, and that looks like something built by the Fatui? And then over there to the west, that must be the place Lauma mentioned, where the Frost Moon So, what'd you think? Even if Inefa kinda stole her limelight earlier. She sure is! It'd take hundreds of years of practice to beat the best tour guide in all of Tibet. Huh? Look! There must be someone at the Adventurers Guild now. There's already a line forming outside. Looks like we'll finally be able to ask about your spaceship. Oh, or was there anywhere else you wanted to stop by first? Where? Which one are you... Anyway, where we go first is completely up to you. Lucky us! The line seems to be gone. Hey, Catherine! We meet again!
How?
Huh?
They often say that mortals, shackled by their own flesh and blood, may fail to perceive the truth of this world, even when it is right beneath their very noses. Yet I had not expected to have the pleasure to witness such heights of absurdity firsthand.
But Paimon must have gotten the wrong person? At second glance, you do seem a bit younger than Catherine. And you certainly sound a lot like...
A creator might forgive ignorance, but being mistaken for one of my own creations is beyond all pardon. Look very closely, for standing before you is none other than Marionette, 7th of the Fatui Harbingers.
A harbinger?
I told you already, I'm not Catherine. Just how obsessed are you with my machines? Today's encounter is merely a courtesy call. A friendly warning, if you will. You interfered with my work once before, with that little robot. I let it slide. After all, it was nothing more than a distraction, a side project at best. But we are in Nord Krai now, and as such, I strongly advise you not to stand in the Fatui's way. Otherwise, the next time we meet, I might just have to drop all this meaningless etiquette.
Oh, please. You've got some nerve coming out with barely veiled threats like that. You're the one stirring things up here.
Oh, perhaps you have misunderstood. Just because Nord Krai lacks a ruler at present, that does not mean it should not be ruled. We Fatui are simply establishing a new...
Yeah, right. More like shady experiments, judging by your massive creepy research facility.
I've said what I came to say. What you do next, only you can decide. And, being the refined young lady that I am, I shall indulge you just ad astra abasask. Welcome to Nord Krai, Dominion of the Fatui.
Ugh! Paimon's so mad right now! How can anyone so obviously evil be so annoyingly self-righteous? But if a Fatui Harbinger is here to greet us in person, that can only mean one thing. We'll have to be extra careful from here on out. Paimon hates feeling like she's being watched. Hey! The real Catherine's back!
Ad Astra Abyssosque. Welcome to the... How may I help? I will do everything I can to assist you.
Oh, you're so much nicer to talk to, Catherine. Please don't leave us again, okay?
Ad Astra Abyss... Ah, Traveler. You're certainly very familiar with the Please take this brand new Adventurers Guild notebook. The Adventurer Handbook is for recording details of your completed commissions and intel on all sorts of monsters, whereas this notebook is for recording the marvelous people and wonderful events you encounter on your travels. I hope it will be of help to you. Anyway, safe travels, Traveler.
holds nothing but promise for adventurers from all walks of life. Wouldn't you agree?